Hi, I'm Eleanor.
And my name is Malone.
Today we will be discussing the significance of gender roles in language and media in our society. Gender roles are the assumed norms in society that label how males and females should think, dress, speak, and act. These roles often restrict and discriminate against people.
When Googling the phrase working women, most of the women are wearing business suits, and in many of them, the women are holding babies, cooking, or are putting on makeup while working. This demonstrates how even in the workplace, women are valued by their beauty and are seen as traditional housewives, needing to take care of children and do all of the housework.
Advertisements reflect this. Kitchen appliances and cleaning supplies are common products whose ads can be found using gender roles. For example, name brands like Mr. Clean, although not directly saying so, target common housewife stereotypes. This particular ad starts with, "This Mother's Day," making the targeted product consumers women. It continues to read, "Get back to the job that really matters," implying that any work done by a woman other than house cleaning is insignificant or doesn't matter.
When you search working men, the only pictures that come up are pictures of men at construction sites or doing work that requires a lot of strength. Men are seen as strong figures who need to take care of women. Many of the images were of men working industrial jobs, which in the past has not been seen as a job fit for women. The same concept still exists, with the stereotype and reality that men hold many high-paying jobs, such as doctors and politicians. Gender roles have also been installed in popular literature. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, the first sentence is, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife." The rest of the book goes on to describe the lives of women who are looking for husbands who will be able to take care of them. This follows both male and female gender roles. By saying that men must be in want of a wife means that all successful men must have wives to take care of them, and girls searching for husbands follows the gender role that women need men to protect them.
In the Harry Potter movie and book series, main character Hermione Granger is subjected to gender roles. Her intelligence often shocks people because of female gender roles saying that women are not smart. In the following clip, there are 3 instances of this injustice for Hermione: silencing, overlooking, and ridiculing.
Turn to page 394.
Werewolves?
But sir, we've just begun learning about red caps and hinky punks. We're not meant to start nocturnal beasts for weeks.
Quiet.
When did she come in? Did you see her come in?
Now, which one of you can tell me the difference between an animagus and a werewolf? No one. How disappointing.
Please, sir. An animagus is a wizard who elects to turn into an animal. A werewolf has no choice. With each full moon, when he transforms, he no longer remembers who he is. He'd kill his best friend if he crossed his path. Furthermore, the werewolf only responds to the call of its own kind.
Oh!
Thank you, Mr. Malfoy. That is the second time you have spoken out of turn, Miss Granger. Are you incapable of restraining yourself, or do you take pride in being an insufferable know-it-all?
He's got a point, you know.
5 points from Gryffindor.
In the clip, Hermione is first silenced after posing a logical point to her professor. Knowing more than the teacher threatens his authority, and he silences her before she can make any other points. Secondly, she is overlooked. After asking a question to the class, the professor does not call on Hermione, pretending like no one is raising their hands. However, because she is confident and assertive, she answers the question anyways. Even though her answer was correct, she is then ridiculed for speaking out of turn and called the know-it-all for simply being correct. More cases of gender roles affecting Hermione and Harry Potter show up in casual dialogue. For example, Ron Weasley, another main character, makes the statement,
Come on, it's one thing for a bloke to show up alone. For a girl, it's just sad. For a girl, it's just sad.
I won't be going alone because, believe it or not, someone's asked me.
Saying that it's worse for a girl to attend a school dance alone than it is for a boy. Because it is embarrassing for a girl not to get asked, but it's not embarrassing for a boy not to ask a girl. This demonstrates both a male and a female gender role. For a girl, she needs to feel embarrassed if no one asks her to the dance, and for a boy, it reiterates the role of a boy in taking a girl to a dance and how he is the one that needs to ask a partner to go with.
Bloody hell, don't put that in there! Many people think of fairy tales and princess stories as having powerful, independent women as the main characters, and young girls look up to these characters. However, these women are not as independent as they seem. In many of the princess stories, the girl is relying on a man to save her, and she plays the role of a damsel in distress. For example, in Snow White, her beauty is a threat to another woman. Because of this, she is ordered to be killed. The only thing that saves her in the end is her extreme beauty, which drew the prince to her and allowed her to be saved. In Ariel, she drastically changes her appearance so that she will be more attractive to a man. She loses her mermaid tail and gains legs so that Prince Eric will like her. On top of this, she loses her speech. But in the story, that is not important to Eric. As long as he has her, it doesn't matter that she lost her home, voice, and tail. Through this, popular princess stories are sending the message to young girls that their beauty is more important than their words and personality. These stories follow and support the gender roles that exist. A woman is portrayed as someone who is beautiful and should be willing to do anything for a man, and who needs a man in her life to be able to survive. Although there have been many negative examples of the use of gender roles in literature and the media, stronger female roles have become more common. Hermione is one example of this, as well as Katniss from the Hunger Games series. In fact, the author of the series switches the gender roles to an extent. In the book, Katniss is a hero who is intelligent, strong, and confident. These traits allow her to be a strong leader who is a hero to her people. On the other hand, Peeta, the main male character, is a more soft, timid, and loving character. He loves to talk about his feelings and ends up winning Katniss's love over the more masculine character, Gale. This sends a message to both males and females about how the defiance of gender roles can be acceptable. Hopefully this message can continue to spread through literature, advertisements, and language in general. It is important to overcome gender roles, as they often limit the individuality of people in society.